Right, so what is your name and what do you do?
Kim McDonald and a phys ed teacher.
I'm Dominique Brumble. I am 18 and my sport of choice or preference is rugby.
My name is Sherwood Van, Mr. Van, known at Senator O'Connor, teacher, athletic director, SHSM, and lead teacher.
My name is Melody. I'm 17. My favorite sport is football. I've been playing for 9 years.
Okay, I'm Mr. DeZio, Rob DeZio, and I'm a teacher here at Senator O'Connor. I teach religious studies and I also coach senior boys basketball.
My name is Chad Patterson.
My name is Pam Jocelyn. I'm Department Head of Physical and Health Education here at the great Senator O'Connor, home of the Blues.
Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Dan Biani. I'm a teacher here at Senator O'Connor. I'm a phys ed teacher as well as French teacher here.
My name is Mr. Caribs and I'm a teacher. My name is John Machoki. I'm a physical health educator at Senator O'Connor High School.
So why did you choose to become the person you are today?
Well, basically because I've been coached. My best memories from my own schooling was as far as my coaches, and they did a lot for me. And the best times I remember from high school and from elementary, to be honest, were around sports and games. And so I decided certainly to want to give back in that way, and I still enjoy it. So that's primarily the reason.
It's funny because at some point it doesn't become a choice. It's more or less just a pathway that kind of seems to fit itself. I started playing sports when I was young and continued on tenfold just because of the many different aspects that I got a chance to delve into and explore. The idea of friendship, the idea of leadership, the idea of work ethic.
I think my genetics chose me to be an athlete. And growing up in Australia, it was like part of our culture to be involved in sports. And then it must be the convict blood that was in my veins, and outrun, outshoot, outdo everybody to pursue my sports, I guess, was the main thing.
I think being an athlete is everything I've grown up to be. You know, being part of a team shows that you're able to work with others, shows that you're able to communicate. I've always been a very strong believer in health and physical activity. I think that if you're physically in good shape, you'll be able to perform not only in the classroom but as well as in life and in society and community. So I think when you are able to take your athletic talents from the classroom and put them into the real world, you're mentally and physically capable of performing at a high level.
I stay active because I want to have a healthy future. So I want to be laying around playing video games. I want to be out there having fun with my friends, shooting baskets.
Right. What motivates you to stay active?
What?
What motivates you to stay active?
What motivates me? Mostly I like the sport. So if my friends.
The reason why I love football is it's a team sport. It's kind of the only sport where you need everyone on the field to work together to get the objective done, like to score or to prevent someone from scoring.
Teacher and phys ed teacher because, well, it's a passion of mine. I teach history as well, and I love that.
All right.
I really enjoy the sport in itself. I think it's great. It's a great personal challenge. It challenges my body, both physically and mentally. I started playing when I entered into high school in grade 9 and ended up playing outside of school for a club in Rugby, Ontario. What I most like about the sport is the mental aspect of it and how there's this huge idea of respect. So you're not just playing, you're always wearing the jersey and you always have to present yourself in a manner where you're not just presenting yourself, but you're also presenting the team you play for and your teammates in the organization as well.
In your opinion, what is the biggest distraction towards kids of today?
Technology, life, speed. There's lots of options out there. Lots of options for
What people can do, and unfortunately a lot of those options are not active. A lot of those options are indoors, a lot of those options are digital. They're great things, great tools, computers are great, gaming is fantastic, but I really do think it's created an indoor kind of society. I think
technology has a big part of it.
I think the number one thing in today's society is technology. I think with all social media and apps out there on people's phones, that's probably the biggest reason why many kids are not too interested in playing sports or being physically active nowadays. So I think technology, I think maybe the inaccessibility, so not having the resources to play, sometimes money, unfortunately is a factor. You know, being able to compete and play on teams sometimes does cost money. So I believe that technology, as well as the inability to pay for these sports or these activities is probably the best factors I can think of.
Cell phones.
Cell phones. Just cell phones.
Cell phones.
Solid.
Oh boy. Well, you know, you got the electronics. You got the anything that is sitting on your keister. Anything sitting on your keister and playing video games or chatting on your phone or playing games on your phone. Just kind of glued to the indoors aspect. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. And what are your advice to the kids who fail to stay active?
The advice, geez, you know what? It's simply to be aware. Be aware. I think the advice is be aware of those that are enjoying themselves, those with smiles, those that are building confidence, those that they see confidence. I think those are all the aspects we receive from sports. So, you know, if they keep their circle small and they realize that the individuals that they're with are gaining much from it, then become something to support and become part of.
Do something, anything, absolutely anything.
As human beings, we're made to be physical, we're made to be active. So I think if people try it, they'll find that they'll get readily hooked on fitness, they'll readily get hooked on hiking, on running, on cycling. Even if you're not a sports-oriented person, you don't consider yourself athletic, you get out for a good run and you get a good sweat and your body feels different. I think those experiences are pretty addictive, and so I think that's what I would suggest. Try it, and I forgot where I heard it, but if you try something for 3 weeks or so continuously, chances are you're going to keep it as a habit. So
I think there'll come a time in their lives that they'll wish they had been, and that will be a crucial point for them, and it may be too late. Your health changes and its dynamic changes on a daily basis. So if you can talk students into or advise to your own children when you have them to stay as healthy and well as they can, they don't have to exert 100% and be major athletes, but they have to have an understanding of overall health and wellness, because you never know when you're going to get hit with something and you only have your body's defenses to back you up.
What would be your message towards kids or athletes and the current players of today?
Perspective on physical activity should be that stealing things, if I could put it in that term. You know, use it to become something, use it to gain something from it. Don't do it because you think someone's forcing you to. Let it become a habit, let it become a lifestyle. Let the game use you, learn to use the game, don't let the game use you.
But the experiences you take, win or lose, you'll remember the rest of your life. And the friends that you make, hopefully will be friends for life. I still am in communication with some of my Hall of Fame teammates that are 30 years. So play, even if you're not good, play.
Don't give up. Always be inspired. Look to others to inspire you. Always ask for help when you need it. I think the biggest advice is don't be afraid to work hard. You know, there's a lot of kids out there that, you know, they look up to professional athletes and they think that they got there by, you know, sleeping in and, you know, eating chicken burgers and cheeseburgers all day and French fries. And these kids, they don't realize the hard work that it goes into. So if you're an athlete and you want to get to that next level, I think the best thing you can do is just work your butt off. You know, train.
Find a goal and try to reach for it. You don't want to be the type of person that says, I wish I would have done that. Do it.
Belong.
Thank you.
Thanks, Miss.
Thanks, Miss. That was perfect.